Hi everybody, Bob Gall here from Gall & Associates in Philadelphia. We're here for the fourth installment, that's right, fourth installment of Subrogation Simplified, where I use real words, not legal jargon or legalese, to try to break down and clarify subrogation related topics and legal concepts. Here today we're going to talk about another limitation. The topic for today is the Sutton Rule, also known as the Implied Co-Insured Doctrine. And we're on location today. We're at a 3-unit rental property. The rule, I'm going to tell you what the rule is. The Sutton Rule is a limitation which tries to limit the landlord insurance carrier's right to pursue subrogation against the tenant. Let me repeat that. The rule is a court-created doctrine which limits the right of the landlord's insurer to pursue a tenant for subrogation. So we're on location. It's a nice June Friday outside of the second floor apartment with the grill. I'm going to use a hypothetical to illustrate the rule and how it works. Let's assume the tenant's out here grilling. It's a Friday. They're having a few cocktails. They have the grill. It's a little bit too close to this wooden structure. It ignites the deck railing. The deck railing catches on fire. We spread to the pergola and the house behind us. What do we think about this as a subrogation claim? Well, we know what happened. The grill was too close to the deck railing. We know who's at fault, the tenant, and the tenant has insurance. Sounds like a good claim, one that we want to pursue, but the tenant's insurance carrier says, no. Sutton Rule. The tenant is an implied co-insured on the landlord's insurance policy, and you cannot pursue subrogation. What are we going to do? We're going to walk away from the claim? Yeah, we're going to take a closer look. So when a claim like that comes into my office, we're looking at 3 things. The first thing we want to look at is, where did the loss occur? Not all states adopt the Sutton Rule. There are 3 approaches. Some states do adopt the Sutton Rule, and they say you cannot subrogate against the tenant. Other states reject the rule entirely and say they reject the Sutton Rule and allow landlords carriers to pursue tenant. And then some states take a middle road where they look at the lease and the agreement between the parties to decide whether to permit subrogation. Number 1, figure out what state you're in and look at the state's approach. The second thing that we want to do is get a copy of the lease. Assuming that you're in a state that permits a landlord to pursue subrogation, you need to look closely at the lease. Make sure it's signed, make sure that the lease, that the loss occurs during the terms of the lease, and look at the language of the lease. Oftentimes we get an argument that the Sutton Rule applies, and we look at the lease, and there are some provisions in the lease which suggest that we are permitted to pursue subrogation. And the last thing we do, the third thing we want to look at, is the size of the claim. These can be complicated. You have contractual defenses. So if you have a smaller claim, it may not be worth the time, money, and energy to pursue. Okay, let's wrap it up here. All right? What I want to leave you with is, if you have a claim where the Sutton Rule is implicated, take a closer look. Often we know what happened, we know who's at fault, and there's insurance. So if you have a sizable claim where the damages are large, it may be a benefit for you to take a closer look, or you hire counsel to take a look and maybe find some money where you thought there was none. That's it. That's all I have for you today. All the videos are now linked to our website. You can go on there. As always, give me some feedback. Let me know what you thought about the outdoor shoot, the on-location shoot. If you missed Colin's drawings, we can bring them back next time. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I wish everybody well.